Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Surprise Thursday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Bandai Dragon Ball Super Dragon Star Series Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. Let's get into it! Let's begin our fusion dance training by matching our power levels and taking a look at the packaging. And here we have on the top, 4 and Up Bandai, assortment numbers, a hook. Warning! Don't stick things in your pie hole that don't belong there. And advertisement! Don't stick things in your French pie hole that don't belong there, I think. And then on the very top of the packaging, the black glossy energy crackle with the matte black background and the chrome Dragon Star Series logo. On the front, again, that energy crackle just goes all around everywhere with the matte black behind it. Dragon Ball Super logo. Nice big window showcasing the figure and accessories, and that nice deluxe looking chrome border around the window, and then again the Dragon Star Series in that chrome, and also in chrome Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. On the bottom, Dragon Ball Super. On this side, a sliver of the window, so you can see a side view of the character. Dragon Ball Super, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. On this side, some nice artwork of Gotenks, Dragon Ball Super. And then on the backside, Dragon Ball Super. Learn more at bandai.com/DragonStars. Dragon Star Series, again in that nice chrome. And then the cross sales and all the names are in that nice chrome. For Series 11, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, Majin Buu Final Form, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, which is this one, and Super Saiyan Broly Dragon Ball Super version, and also Android 13. Small fine legalese, made in China print, toy animation print, Bandai print, assortment number again, Funimation, and a barcode, and proof of purchase. I just want to say I ordered this from Walmart.com, and it came in pretty decent condition. It actually came in a box because I think it was from an outside seller, but during the shipping process it did get hit right here, and it did pop the packaging there a little bit, which is not a big deal. And then it's got some kind of paint ding here that feels like it's on the inside in here also. And again, I think that's all from shipping. But there we have it, my friends. A look at the packaging. Did you match your power level to mine? Let's take a look at the figure and the accessories. But before we do that, there's one other thing I thought was kind of humorous that I wanted to point out. And as you may have noticed in the packaging, the hair, the back of the hair at least, is a separate piece from the rest of the figure. But in order to preserve that Super Saiyan 3 silhouette while in the packaging, they actually put an image of the hair on the background so that you would still kind of get that Super Saiyan 3 silhouette. And I have to say, it works pretty good. I didn't notice it while it was in the box though, so I don't know how well that actually works, seeing as how I didn't notice it. If you noticed it, then, you know, very good on you. And here we have handy dandy tweezers, so let's take a look at the accessory. We'll shed a little light on the subject. Here he has 2 blast hands One for the left and one for the right, of course. Fairly nice details in them. I mean, he's even got fingernails, so that's nice. And then he has his pointing hand. And again, nice basic details in there. And that's fine. And then we have his hair, or the back of his hair at least. And then where it plugs in. And we'll go ahead and do that because we don't want to test out the articulation and stuff without this final piece on it. Because I'd hate to go over it without it and then you get it and go, hey, this doesn't move like he said it would. Alright, give me just a minute, guys. Little off the camera strength. Alright, there we go. And let's start things off with a look at the figure. And I have to say the paint and details on the face, you know, give it quite the anime look. Now it does look like there's some issues up here around where the hair was glued in, like maybe it didn't fit good or they just didn't fit it in there all the way before sending it down the line. Which is very possible. Looks like most of this guy is made in the color plastic of where it goes. The belt, of course. The feet look like they are. Not even the soles of the shoes are different colors. This is probably paint here. The wristbands, of course, are paint. And probably these pieces on the vest are painted. And then the hair is probably molded in yellow, and then it has some type of overlay on it that gives it sort of a shiny sheen. So overall, I have to say he looks pretty nice, except for that, you know, those gaps right here around where the hair glues in. Now, as far as the hair, it's secure once you get in there. You don't hear a snap or anything, but once you get it in there, it seems to be in there pretty well. I'm sure if you apply a little heat to it, you could probably get it off if you desired to. Well, let's talk about his articulation. Of course, he cannot look up because his hair. He can look down that far, but not on his own. Again, because of the hair. He does still have a little bit of chicken neck in there. And he's still got some waggle. And I don't think he's going to do the full exorcist. We'll see. And I'll be doggone, he did the full exorcist, so nice there. Although it looked kind of funky. So there's not going to be much head turning really with this guy because of the hair. But I went into that fully expecting that to be the case. Now the head looks like it's on a dumbbell. The neck is a separate piece, but there's not a whole lot of movement with it really. Just some slight movement. At the shoulder, let's see. He will do a full 360-degree rotation. He will raise his arm up that high. Well past 90 degrees. Cut here at the upper bicep for a full 360-degree rotation. A double hinged pinned elbow, but still gets pretty good bend in there. Ball joint hinge at the wrist. And it will do a full 360-degree rotation. And this one is pointed in and out, and it will move in and out, and you can adjust that. It can go up and down, in and out, whatever. At the waist, he's got some hula in there, and he will do a full 360-degree rotation, and that's on like a dumbbell that just comes up from the crotch piece. Now, at the hips, he does have that Dragon Stars pull-down hinge, and sometimes it works good and sometimes it don't. But that one, it pulls down, he can give you that much of the splits. He can kick forward that far with a little bit of outswing, but just because of the way the crotch is shaped. And back pretty good, and not a whole lot of outswing. So that's pretty neat. Then at the knee we have approximately a 90-degree bend. Maybe not quite. Also at the hip there is a little bit of rotation there in the thigh. And then at the ankle, it's on that same ball hinge as the wrist. He can tilt down that far, tilt up that far. No rocker really to speak of. It just, you know, it kind of pops off and you can see it's just a little peg there, and the hole goes almost straight down. So pretty much what you would expect from Dragon Star series articulation. But there we have it, my friends, a look at the figure. And if I can get him to stand up, I bet he won't now with that hair. Well, that's a look at the figure and his accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the Dragon Ball Super Dragon Star series Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks with Dragon Star series Gotenks and an SH Figuarts knockoff Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku. For our final set of comparisons, here we have the Dragon Ball Super Dragon Star series Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks with, from the Marvel Legends series, Stan the Man Lee making his cameo appearance. From the G.I. Joe Classified series, we have the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. From Star Wars The Black series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper. And for 7-inch comparison, from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on the Dragon Ball Super Dragon Star series Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, I have to say overall it's a pretty nice figure. The major drawback to this is the major drawback with any Super Saiyan 3, of course, which is the hair makes them top heavy, and so as you can see he's leaning forward slightly to be able to stand on his own without a stand. And that's really the one major negative about this, and again that's just the nature of the beast, so to speak. I do like the sculpt on this guy. It may not quite be SH Figuarts, but they are pretty close, and seeing how they're made by the same company, you know, they're pretty close in size. And the Dragon Star series, if you're an avid SH Figuarts collector and you missed a figure, or something was just an exclusive and you couldn't get it, or it's just way out of your price range, Dragon Star series is a nice way to fill that roster out without getting something that is too far off from the aesthetic of the Figuarts line. Now the aesthetics on the Dragon Star series is a little bit less detailed, I guess you could say, than the Figuarts. But again, it's not so much that they really don't fit in. The scale of the figures, Dragon Star series do tend to scale slightly smaller than the figure arts, but I think it's close enough, in my opinion. Your opinion, of course, may vary. There's not a lot of paint apps on this guy, but where they are, they're good. They make sense. I especially like the glossy, shimmery paint that they used for the hair. I think it really looks great. And especially when you compare it to my Super Saiyan 3 Goku that is a figure arts knockoff. You know, the hair is much better on this figure than that one. The other one stands a little flat. And I don't know how the figure arts paint job compares up to that. I don't believe I've seen an actual figure arts Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku. So, but anyway, I've talked and rambled on long enough about this guy, which I really didn't. It was more about just the series in general. But that does it for the review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or just help the channel out further, or both. That's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.